Uh, Hi, this is Dr. Saxena, and in our series, I just wanted to focus some of the things which, as a person, I mean to say, a patient or informed person, you should know all these stuffs. What can directly or indirectly affect your health, and not necessarily. There are some simple concepts which we normally try to understand. And I thought, let us start with the calmness thing. And I believe everyone understands this particular thing. Yes, I'm going to talk on something like allergies today. Allergies are an immune. It's basically we believe that it is are a result of immune system ailment, and there is a inappropriate response of the immune system to the unusual sensitivity to an environmental, you can say it's antigen. So usually the people who are allergic, I can tell you with this one very kind of stuff. When we started our medical practice, and maybe when we were yeah, children and all that, there was a thing called penicillin which was discovered. Penicillin was needless to say, everyone knows about that. Penicillin has got an amazing, it must have saved thousands of lives, and it was told as a wonder drug. Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin, and what happened 2 years down the lane, we picked, there was the doctors picked up something called anaphylaxis, which was resulting, there was a allergic reaction due to this penicillin, and there were many people died because of that anaphylactic reaction. So later on, it was told that it's a good idea to just put them a test dose for the penicillin, check is there any skin hypersensitivity, then you used to give the full doses of penicillin. I think that was a really good science, and this is how we need to evolve, and we need to understand, if you are not having some, if you're having some chronic allergic issues and all that, you need to be very careful of what are the things which are causing you allergy at first place, because there are so many things, chemicals in the environment, so many pollutants. I can start from the morning toothpaste. You have what, you take some mouthwash, to your aftershave lotion, to your perfumes or your deodorants. You have got something like, so many chemicals are there in the prevalent now, and we need to really understand, yes, this is something which is causing me problems. What is my, I would like to, this particular thing is, segments are devoted towards the try to raise the awareness program among the people. So I'll be starting. What are the common foods? We'll start with something like food allergies. What are the common foods which causes allergies, and this particular thing. I'll start with something like my favorite thing, which is called um, dairy foods. Dairy foods, usually cheese has got high tarramin content, and which causes some allergies, and Tyramine is the one thing which is responsible for this allergies. I think the kind of prevalence and all that is quite big. People normally don't report after having that particular kind of thing, because these are very this reactions are not something like anaphylaxis. It doesn't appear as a life-threatening things and all that. They appear slowly after 2 or 3 days, and you believe, you feel you have got some bloating, and you don't correlate ki you had taken probably that cheese 3 days prior. The second one is the cow's milk. Cow's milk has got some food allergies, and something which I always tell most of my patients not to take is the thing called wheat. Wheat has got something like gliadin from the gluten content of wheat, which is the problem, and I can always share this particular thing. The moment we take out this weed, and the people who has got the celiac, you need not get into a thing called celiac disease, but you slowly, if you have, most of the people they react with weed. I can say 70 to 80% of population has got problems with the weed, and if I take out that particular thing, their chronic diseases management and the health improves phenomenally. And the third thing, in coming to the foods which causes allergies, the third one is the citrus fruits. I could correlate this because I also had something like multiple chemical sensitivities. The moment I used to touch on any oranges or citrus fruits and all that, I used to get that severe flare up of this particular headaches and all that. And apart from these two fruits, apart the other fruit which is very allergic is something like pineapple. Again, it is because of the tyramine content in the pineapple, and we tell people who has got some allergies toward this one to eat the stem of the pineapple, not to eat the fruit. Stem has got something rich in bromelain, which helps a lot. Some people are allergic to soya milk or soya beans, and the commonest thing again I normally pick up is it is the chocolate. A chocolate which has got the commonest food allergies, and people doesn't report. People do get headaches and some kind of things which are not a very classical of this one, but chocolate is one of the, because of this tyramine content, it's one of the big on food allergies, number one. And some people have got something like with onions they get this one allergic problems. Some people they do get with wine and beer also. I can always tell you wine and beer again because of this tyramine content. Alcoholic beverages, because of the, in fact they have got the ethanolic content itself, it's an allergy. Apart from that, you have got this particular thing. Some people they do react with coffee. Coffee is a again caffeine in the coffee is one of the things which cause. So if I sum up, what are the things which I would like to avoid? While first comes to the milk and milk products, if you are having some allergies, nasty allergies, you are having something like chronic sinusitis, or you have got something like something also bloating in the abdomen and all that. So first thing I'd like to take it out is the milk. Second one is the wheat. Third one is your coffee, your chocolate, your citrus fruits, and like that in a proper way. So these are the foods which are. I was talking about something like what are the things which we use as a even the toothpaste, because of a content called cinnamaldehyde, content of some toothpaste, it causes allergies. Again, because of the same cinnamaldehyde content in the mouthwash, you get allergies, and people do get into problems. And with there are big things. It is not just the tyramine, it is something to do with the histidine also increases the risk of allergies. And I can tell you, people having excessive consumption of sugar, high intake of refined sugar, it's a simple cause for food allergies. This is something which was probably not taught to us, things and all that. But I can tell you, the things goes like that. People having fungal infections, they have more predispositions for allergies. Some of the reasons why this gluten, in the sense wheat or milk, is causing that is because of the faulty digestive system. There is a undigested dietary proteins which becomes antigen because of the faulty digestive system. Faulty digestive system is usually that leaky gut, which allows the dietary proteins to overload the digestive system. So this faulty digestive system prevents dietary proteins from breaking down into the constituent amino acids. So the large chain peptides particularly casein, gluten, are filtered, it gets into the system and it causes this delayed hypersensitivity reactions. I stress this word called delayed hypersensitivity because this is not it happens 3 days later. You have taken milk today, you have taken wheat today, you will not get any problems. You get only after second or third day. So this is the thing which we are trying to focus on things. Coming to what are the things which can help you to get over to this to get away from these allergies. Simple things, we just try to work it out. We try to work on a simple, we try to maintain the acidity of the stomach. If the stomach content is most acid, it may prevent, actually it is because insufficient production of hydrochloric acid in the stomach is believed to be underlying cause for some allergies. So if we are able to make your stomach acid in a proper condition, you will not get into some kind of this particular stuff. So coming back to other things which can help you is usually something like I have got certain bromelain, digestive enzymes, you've got some pancreatic enzymes. Apart from that, we try to work on something like cortisone, because it helps. Cortisol helps control the allergy by stabilizing the cell membranes of lysosomes, immune system cells, which that one ruptured initiate to inflammation involved in this process. So this is one of the things which DHEA, progesterone. There are some other things, but I can always tell you a amount of good linoleic acid is the fatty acids. You got something like good probiotics. Probiotics are usually something like lactobacillus, acidophilus, and something. And apart from that, I depend more on something like working with zinc, working with bentonite clay, working with simple stuffs. Sometimes we use to people who are having nasty problems. We try to work with the glutathione and all that, antihistamines and all that. These are the pharmaceutical drugs which normally has a band-aid effect. As long as you take that antihistamines, you are okay. But it really doesn't. You are just treating the tip of the iceberg, not the kind of base as such. So you need to be careful when we prescribe, or when we are interested in integrative medicine to work as a whole, trying to understand why your allergy at first place, what is the circumstances, what is your intestinal permeability disorders are there, so that is the reason you have become allergic at first place. So we would like to fix up things. It's not just stopping curtailing that foods. We need to get deep into that, try to work on what is the things which are causing this particular thing. And yes, by this we are able to really work in the kind of thing, because what I believe is it's a very nasty thing if you get into some problem with the allergies. And there are definitely quick fix solutions are there. You can always take a Benadryl or whatever is it and all that. But if you can work with the integrative thing, try to understand what is ailing you, what are the other things you have got, then you can always do a proper justice. And it is definitely good to know, okay, these are the things which can cause problem. I can always tell you a peanut allergy is such a thing, a nasty thing, and just by removing this peanut from one of the individuals, this one, we were able to get he was having a good remission. He never get into any problem. So these are the things we need to work it out. Thank you.